Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Walkie Talkie on Wednesday. I have a little treat to bring the piggies. And of course, Smokey. Some of y'all are so silly you didn't even see it. Definitely spoiled little piggies. I guess I'm going to go let the chickens out. Everything is really yucky. We had a little bit of rain last night, and we're expecting a whole lot more rain today. I know, y'all have to forgive me. I need to paint my chicken coop. We'll get there one day. Good morning, girls. And I'm not sure if there's going to be any eggs. We had a little worm spell there for a little bit, and there was a few eggs, but I'm going to go check and see. And every day there's been 2 eggs for the past week or so. So, hey, that's really good. I'll take it. Go over here and let the little kids out, or the young kids. Of course, the geese are going to cut up because I'm out here. Y'all ready to get out this morning? With some of the other ones just running there with them instead of letting them out. Takes them a minute before they come out. Let them out before the... Oh, y'all are so rotten. Trying my hardest not to drop this egg that I have in my hand. Guess I should have just left it in there a little while. Well, how's everybody been doing? And everybody's extremely busy with the holidays. We've been a little busy ourselves, but I'm trying to stay committed to my little channel. Not gonna be perfect, I can tell you. There's gonna be days that I don't feel like posting a video. But I want to bring y'all to this, what's left of this hay bale right here. Every time I see this hay bale, it reminds me of a story that my son learned about when he was homeschooled. That was many years ago now, I guess about maybe 10, 11, 12 years ago. But in his homeschool curriculum, there was a story in there talking about the boxcar children. I had never heard the story before, so I bought the movie, and of course we read the story with his curriculum. And when this hay bale was really, really tall, it reminded me of those 3 children that were hiding in the hay bale. I think there was a tragic in the family, and they were homeless for a little while. Then they actually found a boxcar and lived in it for a long time. So it was a quite interesting story. It always reminds me of that story. I did pass the DVD along to my grandchildren so they could learn about it, because it's not something that they talk about or teach in traditional public schools. But it was an amazing story. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a really good one, especially for some of you that are homeschooling your children. And it was also just a great story for me because I had never heard it. Quite amazing. It's a little animated, the movie, but you could get the book and it will definitely tell you more in-depth information. Miss Napoli is so spoiled rotten. So spoiled rotten. Your foot's hung up, ain't it? Rotten, rotten, rotten. So as y'all know, I do not edit my walkie-talkies. I just randomly make them. So they're not perfect. And the chickens run over here to see if they can find any crumbs left over from the goats, which I'm sure there's not much left to be there for them to eat on, but either way, they clean it up just to see. So we're supposed to be getting some yucky weather. It looks like it should be freezing today, but it's about 70 degrees still today. So it's definitely good to allow the animals run around in free range, because if it gets as yucky as they say, they're probably going to be locked up all day tomorrow. And I always like to let them out. And all of the violets are coming back. Definitely will be making some more of the violet jelly and saving some of it. And there's Obi. And dehydrating some for herbal teas. We did get our little trail cut out to the little hangout back here, which we plan on coming back here for New Year's to have a little bonfire. We don't go out and watch no fireworks shows or nothing like that, or even spend money on fireworks. We just enjoy having a little fire back here. Excuse me. Haven't really done a whole lot back here. Just been busy like everybody else. Get to it when we can get to it. But we did get it cleaned up some. We have purchased that, I think it's called a DM, I may say it wrong, trimmer. And it has really helped out for the underbrush and keeping some of the trails around here clean. Does a really good job. Was definitely worth the investment. And we have a huge brush pile back here from cleaning up all the stuff in the driveway. Guess when it gets cold, actually it's usually colder than this, even for us in Louisiana, but it still hasn't been that cold. And it's been pretty dry, but usually once it starts getting cold and starts raining, it seems like it's going to last forever. So I think we're about to start getting some of that. It's a big brush pile right there. If I can zoom in a little bit. So eventually we'll take care of that and burn it. This cat is so rotten. No leaves on the pecan trees. They know it's winter time. Some of the trees are quite confused though. They were starting to bud back out. And I see a lot more violets growing wild. And also be on the lookout for dandelions. Another month or so, they should start popping up all over. And see, when we get rain, we get big ant piles in the fields. As long as they're in the fields, that's fine, but I don't like them inside my fenced-in yard, because then they want to get in my raised beds. So it's time for me to start mailing out my Christmas cards, make a trip to the post office, mail a few packages for my grandchildren, and a few others. Hard to believe it already is Christmas. Doesn't feel like Christmas here in the South because it's been so warm. But it's that time of year again. I don't send out a whole lot of Christmas cards. I send out a good bit though, I guess. Still haven't made it to the post office to get me a P.O. box yet, so I could send some of my subscribers a Christmas card. Although I'm still going to send out a few. The ones that I've connected with, that I trust. So I will definitely be sending out a few to some of you. I think I'm going to go back down the other way. I try not to record my vehicle and the house and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, it happens. So today I want to give a shout out to some new subscribers and new channels that I have discovered, and another one that another one of my subscribers discovered. This one I discovered on my own. It is called Parton's Heritage Homestead. This lady is from Mississippi, or homesteading in Mississippi. She started sharing her journey about 6-7 months ago. Her husband was diagnosed with diabetes, so they have completely changed their lifestyle as far as what they eat and how they eat, and really finding out what kind of stuff he can have and can't have, and still doing it from a homestead perspective. Because, you know, a lot of homesteaders like that home-cooked food, the gravy and the biscuits and all that stuff. And you don't really hear many people talking about that a lot of people are diabetic and they just can't have all of that. So I found her channel quite interesting. I guess I found her close to a week ago. Her channel has actually picked up some speed. I told her she was a gem waiting to be discovered, because a lot of people are interested in knowing how to do things and still homestead and having a diabetic. And she has changed their diet completely, but still homesteading. I have discovered her channel looking for sourdough bread starter. So she has a really good video on sourdough starter, and she also mentions a book, which she gets no credit for the book whatsoever. Just like on my channel, I'm not affiliated with anyone. So I did purchase the book, and I cannot wait to get the book in on the sourdough starter, because if sourdough bread is that much healthier and better for us, I'm all on board. My neighbor is diabetic. My husband is diabetic in denial. I'm a little overweight, so anything we can do to help make us healthier, I'm all about that. I think staying in shape and being in a good, healthy range with your weight just makes you feel better, and then you're able to do more stuff around your homestead whenever you're healthier. So I'm all about that. I can't wait to get that book in. But her channel is Parton's Heritage Homestead. And she also does have a Facebook group. And then a brand new channel that I learned about today from one of my subscribers is called Littlefoot Ranch. It's a younger couple that has 3 boys. I think 2 were close to being grown. And they are out of Texas. They have a very small channel, but they're eager to get it up and growing. So go check out that channel as well and show some love. Sub if it's something you think you're going to be interested in. I think both channels have a lot to offer, and they're just getting started. And that's one thing that I love about our community here. There's an inner circle within the community that are all very well connected. We contact each other, we check on each other, and we welcome people with open arms. So I think that's amazing that this community has been just so loving and caring. And you know, everybody's not going to like everybody, but then you just find certain people that you just click with, and the community just grows. So the internet has been amazing for us to connect with people that otherwise I don't think we would have ever found each other. You know, so I think the internet is actually being a wonderful outlet for homesteaders that don't go out and do much with the world, but yet we can still stay home at the comfort of our home and connect with other like-minded people and share our journey and learn from each other. So I think that's pretty good. So if you're interested in those 2 channels, go check them out, show some support, and just keep growing our community. Our community is really growing. I am so thankful for all of my subscribers and welcome all of my new subscribers. I think our channel is doing really good. It's still very young, still a baby channel. But hey, as long as we're all learning and growing together, I really can't ask for more. So just a little walkie-talkie today. No specific topic, just hanging out for a little bit. I hope everyone's doing good and not getting too stressed out over the holidays, and that you remember the true reason for the season. So I guess that's all. So farewell, Homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead.